Boss, are you thinking about how to ship your eBay items internationally? If you are, this is a great show you want to listen to because I'm going to share with you all the gems you need to have to ship your eBay items internationally. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation, I guarantee you.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower that's stinging from the beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka. Now let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about how to ship eBay items internationally. Okay, we're talking about having a global perspective here. So here are the steps. I really want you to really picture the steps I want you to go through. First, let's explain the process. So eBay actually, as you know, is a great platform for sellers who don't have a specific niche. And if you also appreciate the support and exposure that marketplaces provide overall, this is a great platform for you. Okay, so if you are a seller looking to ship overseas, you want to listen to a few points I'm going to share here. Here are the key points. So eBay's global shipping program handles all the intricacies of international shipping for you. So they have a program indoors that's called eBay's global shipping program that handles everything for you. The only thing is you have to make sure that you actually qualify for that program, and then you stay on top of your customer service needs, your customer service obligations. Okay, and eBay is a great platform to actually scale your business real fast. Okay, and you can easily keep costs low by using free shipping boxes and free shipping supplies from major couriers like USPS, UPS, or even FedEx. It's totally up to you. Now, how does eBay shipping work? Well, the thing is that it's very simple. Let's say you sold a laptop on eBay, right? You might be wondering what happened next. Well, you can even think, do I need to take care of the shipping myself? No. Or do I send the item to the buyer? No. Once your item sells, what happens here is that a lot of things happen in the background to make sure that your customer gets the laptop or gets the whatever items you sold, gets it in real time. Not in real time, but in no time, like very fast. Okay, so you got to follow a few steps. First of all, you want to pack it. So here is the eBay shipping process. You want to pack the item, so you want to find a box that is the right size for your item. So buyers love when you ship things nicely. So take your time. So if you're shipping, let's say, something fragile, be sure to use bubble wrap, packing peanuts, or even just old newspapers. Okay, so once you pack it, you want to print your label. So in your eBay account, you can find the item you just sold. From there, you can purchase your shipping label and print it right at home. There's no need for a warehouse or no need for an office, whatever. No. So when shipping with eBay, tracking is automatically shared with your buyer. And once you do that, just ship it. So once you label your packages, all you need to do is either hand them to a mail carrier, okay, drop them at your local post office, or anyone offering a shipping service in your area. I want to talk to you now about the options that you have, because you have a lot of options, but you got to be very clear about what you want. Now, when we talk about eBay shipping options, you actually have a constellation of options, but the top three are UPS, USPS, and FedEx. Okay, so that's really what you should start, because you don't want to actually interact with players that are not really reputable. Those three are reputable. So when we talk about shipping with UPS, you can get discounts of up to 50% off UPS ground shipment, up to 66% for UPS second day air service, and up to 65% for UPS next day air service. Okay, including some common surcharges. And UPS ships 6 days per week, including Saturdays, and you have more than 85,000 drop-off locations. This is really good. And if you want to ship with FedEx, the rules are kind of similar. So they have competitive eBay commercial rates with eBay labels. They have discount of up to 37% off FedEx shipments. Flat rate pricing for 2-day air up to 10 pounds. Okay, you have a discounted home delivery in terms of residential areas, and commercial ground, commercial and residential rates. And for FedEx, you have more than 50,000 FedEx drop-off locations. This is really good. And when it comes to shipping with the USPS, you have up to 30% retail prices with eBay labels, over 30% or over 30,000 USPS drop-off locations, free scheduled USPS pickups, and free USPS flat rate supplies for Priority Mail and Priority Mail Express. What I'm trying to tell you here is that you have options, okay? And don't you start looking for I would say very obscure players. No, you want to go with those top three. They've been around. I mean, everybody knows USPS, everybody knows UPS, everybody knows FedEx. Okay, and we're talking about international shipment here. Okay, you can use those three for international shipments, not just for domestic shipments. We are speaking strictly today speaking about international shipments. So one thing I want to say here is that when it comes to international shipments, you want to stay on top of your game when it comes to customs clearance. This is very important. I mean, USPS is not going to do it for you if you don't let them know in advance, and neither is FedEx or UPS. Okay, and also think about insurance if your product is fragile. Very important. Let's talk about affordability. So obviously we're having a conversation about shipping eBay items internationally, okay? And so affordability is very important, because the last thing you want is to actually spend a lot of cash on a shipment, and before you know it, that's eaten into the profits, that little profit that you made on your eBay sale, okay? Now, the cheapest way to ship on eBay, it really depends on your item. It depends on your niche, okay? Shipping can be expensive though, so it's important to know how you can keep costs low, right? Now, you can easily keep costs low by using the free shipping boxes and free shipping supplies that UPS, USPS, or FedEx have actually for you. I mean, there are other players though. I just want to make sure that you understand. All major shipping companies will give you free boxes and supplies on most shipment types. However, if you need irregularly sized boxes, you will need to purchase those yourself, okay? And the cool thing is UPS, USPS, FedEx, and DHL for that matter, they provide free shipping boxes and supplies for both domestic and international shipments, okay? So this is really good. We're talking about international shipments here. So so if you can also go with a third party logistics services provider, so 3PL. Okay, for example, you can go with ShipBob, you can go with EasyShip, for example. So those software, what they do is they actually allow you to integrate your eBay platform, your eBay account platform to their software. Okay, so you can actually do things in real time, and they will coordinate things for you. But obviously, it depends on the budget you have. It depends on the size of your eBay store, and it depends on the country where your customers are located. Because really, I mean, obviously, when it comes to shipment, distance plays a role. But also you need to think about two other elements. You need to think about the profit margin that you will eke out of this transaction here, but also you have to think about the product itself, the niche and the product that you're selling. Some products have stricter requirements when it comes to customs clearance than others. So those are things you need to know so that you don't waste time and money and energy actually having your item stuck with authorities because because you don't have the right licenses and permits. Okay, so it's very important. You want to work with your 3PL provider, or you can do things yourself if you sell a product with which you are familiar, or the product that doesn't have a lot of regulatory requirements. Let me talk to you now about eBay GSP. There's a program that they call the GSP program, so the Global Shipping Program. So you have the eBay, you have different types of program with eBay. Now, the eBay GSP is really fantastic because if you're a seller, if you're an eBay seller who is serious about making money, it's beneficial to open your listings to international buyers. That's for sure. We know that, right? And you can increase the visibility of your listing to millions of eBay buyers worldwide. Okay, I'm talking about all countries here. So it's important to understand that the global shipping program makes your items available to more than 60 million buyers worldwide. Think about that, 60 million. That's some good size sample here. Not even a sample database. So you are protected from negative, neutral feedback and have control over which items you want to ship through the program. Okay, and all you need to do, you need to send your eligible item to your domestic shipping center. I mean, they actually have not your eBay's domestic shipping center, and so once the product reaches them, your job is done. So they will manage for you the international shipping and customs process for you. In other words, if you just, if you're not really interested in using a UPS, USPS, FedEx yourself, just go through the eBay global shipping program. Okay. So getting started with this program, you must be physically located in the United States. Your item must be listed for sale on eBay.com, and the item must not be ineligible, illegal, hazardous, okay, subject to export restrictions, prohibited by eBay, or prohibited by the global shipping program. So you want to really make sure that you have a clear idea of what the restrictions are, okay? And in most countries, the delivery address of your buyer must be a residence or street address, not a PO box, FPO, or APO address. Okay, you can send items to PO box addresses in the following countries. You have Bahrain, you have Brazil, you have Canada, you have China, you have Kuwait, New Zealand, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Switzerland, Thailand, the United Arab Emirates. So those are really cool, and there are a lot of countries in the program, and the program is open to everybody. So this is really good in terms of gauging the amount of interest that you have. And remember that you have to make sure that you choose the right program, and you can track items too. And the cool thing we love is that you can actually tailor the global shipping program to you for your own businesses, for your own needs. Okay, so you just have to go to your eBay account. There's a section called Manage Shipping Preferences. This is where you edit things you want to add or delete what you don't like, or what you like, whatever. Okay, now there are some best practices when using the global shipping program. Remember that they actually want to make sure that you have to offer free domestic shipping to get an automatic 5-star detailed seller rating for shipping costs. You need to specify either same business day or 1 business day handling time, and upload tracking information within 1 business day of receiving the clear payment. If the tracking shows that your item was accepted at the U.S. shipping center within 4 days of the buyer's payment, you will get an automatic 5-star detailed seller rating for shipping time. And this is kind of cool. You want to add your international return policy to your listing if it's different from your return policy for domestic buyers. Okay, you want to create a shipping label on eBay to have your tracking information uploaded automatically. Now, if you don't use eBay labels, if you don't use their labels, make sure that you upload the tracking information. You want to specify the package's weight and dimensions in your listing, as well as the item's country or manufacturer if known, because you want to have quicker customs processing. Okay, if possible, ship all items in a single order in 1 package. Do not ship the item until the buyer has paid. Very important. You want to wait until the buyer has paid. Okay, and one thing I want to see here is that you can also opt out of the global shipping program if you don't want to. Same thing. You have to go to the Manage Shipping Preferences, and you want to select opt out. Remember, it takes about 72 hours to process your request. Okay, you can also remove a single active listing from the global shipping program. Okay, and you can also remove all active listings from the global shipping program. So overall, here is a program that is very good, that you can customize to your needs, that you can opt out of, okay, if it doesn't serve your needs anymore. And the cool thing is that this is a dynamic thing, so it happens in real time. So if you don't like it, then just get out of it. It's totally fine. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation today about how to ship eBay items internationally, and I want to talk to you now about global delivery. So I spoke to you earlier about the global shipping program at eBay. Now we want to talk about the global delivery. Now, eBay International Standard Delivery enables sellers on eBay.com to ship their items to buyers in over 210 countries. Think about it. So you only need to simply print your eBay International Standard Delivery label, and eBay will handle international shipping for you. Now, the thing here is that you have to understand that this program, the global delivery, is different from the global shipping program. Okay, the global shipping program is more advanced. Okay, and so if you want to sign up for this global delivery program, you will see the option to offer eBay International Standard Delivery standard on your listing when all of the following are true. Let's say the items must be in the States. Okay, you are listing the item on eBay.com. The total order value is less than $1,000 or 1,000 Chinese or yuan. Okay, for shipping to China, and the item does not exceed the weight limit for the country you're sending to, and the maximum length and girth of the package is 84 inches. Okay, so this is it's really important to have a clear idea about that. Now, if you don't add eBay International Standard Delivery to your listings, you can still use the service to ship your sold items to international buyers in eligible countries. Okay, it's very important. Now, there are a few benefits to think about when you want to choose global delivery. You have simplified pricing. We love that. You have USPS drop-off convenience. You have $100 shipping protection plan. So this is really good. Okay, and destination countries have actually been divided into 4 groups when we talk about cost and billing. Okay, so eBay looks at Canada, they look at Mexico, they look at rest of the world, and Europe. So you really have to see the rates based on the destination of your packages. Okay, and one thing I want to say here is that we really recommend adding eBay International Delivery. We recommend that you add eBay International Standard Delivery as an option in your listing to give your buyers a more accurate estimated delivery time. Because if you don't, you can still use the service through eBay labels to ship your sold items to international buyers in eligible countries. The only thing is that there might be a slight delay. Yeah, if you process things through eBay, things are faster. Okay, and if there's a problem, they will still take care of you. They'll keep you in the loop, but they'll take care of it for you. So now let's talk about the decision. So the thing here is that if you want to ship eBay items internationally, there are a few things you need to actually think about. And this is really important. You want to consider this following elements. Is your product restricted or prohibited to import for certain countries? You got to know your products. You cannot export anything to any country, just a random country. There are rules, there are laws, okay? Are there any possible issues you can encounter while shipping overseas? Those are questions you have to answer, and the answers depend on the particular product you are shipping. Okay, does your product contain dangerous goods? Again, those are things you have to think about here. Okay, it's not about doing things randomly. No, you gotta follow a formula. You gotta follow a code. Okay, and will duty and tax apply to your shipments? Remember, I was talking to you earlier about customs clearance, and it really depends. Again, it depends on what you are shipping. It depends on the regulations that are active at the time we are shipping them. Okay, should you purchase shipping insurance? So this actually has to do with how fragile, how it depends if you have a sensitive product. It depends on the worth, how the value of the product. I mean, if you have a high ticket item, you definitely want to buy shipping insurance because stuff happens to it. You are toast. You don't want that. So shipping insurance, the decision to buy shipping insurance must be made on a case-by-case basis. It really depends on a lot of things, and you are the one, you know better than anybody else, how risky the shipment is. Okay, and remember that you can actually also change things on it. It depends on the shipment, but overall, those are the 5 things I want you to consider Okay, is your product restricted or prohibited to import in certain countries? Are there any possible issues you can encounter when shipping overseas? Because when you're shipping domestic, that's fine. I mean, everything is handled for you, and there's no problem. But once you get out the boundaries of the United States, you really have to think about a few other regulations. Okay, does your product contain dangerous goods? Okay, as defined by OSHA. Will duty and tax apply to your shipments? Okay, and because sales tax or other taxes. Okay. And should you actually purchase shipping insurance? The last thing I want to talk to you about if you want to ship eBay items internationally is to actually consider software. I mean, I spoke to you about all those 3PL software, all those order fulfillment software. So the whole thing is either you do things yourself, you outsource things to eBay, or you outsource things to a third party. So that will be it will be a 3PL. Okay. The thing you have to understand is that, or you can use eBay shipping software. Oh yeah. Okay. Now the thing is, you have to understand, when it comes to eBay shipping, there are a lot of players in that field, a lot of players. And the reason why you want to use eBay shipping software is to use a tool that allows you to zero in on the best practices that can save you money, that can ship your items faster, and that can help you navigate the often murky, in our view, the often murky regulatory landscape, especially when shipping overseas. Okay, so here are a few software that we have analyzed for you. They are really, really great. So we have ShipStation. And with this ShipStation, you can actually import orders. Okay, you can manage orders, you can print labels, and you can send tracking to selling channels and customers. Okay, you have ShipWorks. So you have a scalable software tool for high volume online sellers looking to unlock efficiency, to track data, and to ship eBay items faster. So here, what we love with the ShipWorks software is that you have intelligent order routing. You have batch processing, you can scan to ship, you have customizable automation, and more. The third one is XPS Ship. So this is actually multi-carrier shipping software. They handle eBay shipments as well. Okay, so you're able to actually have clear idea of where your product is. You have a ShipBob. Okay, this is a great, in our view, a great tech-enabled 3PL logistics provider, 3PL provider. Okay, you have more than 100 integrations, more than 30,000 global fulfillment centers. You have flexible API technology. They have fulfillment centers, fulfillment services, and they have 2-day express shipping. So this is really good. And you have Zen stores. In our case, this is a great player as well. They are based in the UK, and you are able to grow your business, your eBay business, through Zen Store. They have a lot of functionalities, a lot of IP, a lot of integrations, and their API technology is also strong. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was talking to you about how to ship eBay items internationally. Okay, and number one, I explained the process to you. Number two, I give you the options you have. Number three, affordability. Number four, easy eBay global shipping program. Number five, I spoke to you about the global delivery. Number six, the decision. And number seven, the software. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.